Into our next qualifying match, we have a best of 3. Let's go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent, who we have to fix. Oh, there we go. We have to fix up his name. He is the blue Zerg player from South Korea. It is SHIN. Let's go. Let us go. SHIN, who was in the top 4 of GSL Season 1. GSL Season 1 of this year, he's in the top 4. SHIN, out of all the Zerg players in Korea, he has excelled, and he is able to represent Zerg in the semifinals at least. But here, he's up against his ex-teammate, herO. He is the best Protoss player in the world, and SHIN is coming in with a hatch block. He's coming with a proxy hatchery. herO, he's here to delay, to disrupt. Little does herO know that the hatchery is across the map. Cheeky builds out of SHIN. Let's go. SHIN, baby, here he comes. He comes in with a drone, throws down the hatchery, blocks the expansion, and he will force a reaction out of herO. He's hoping to force a reaction. herO, he does not pull the boys. Good call. There are some players that try to pull the workers to focus this down, but honestly, you can go for a very tame response and just go for a second gateway into double zealots, into a cyber core, into double adept. You force the cancel, or you shut down the hatchery, and then you counterattack with 2 zealots and 2 adepts. So a very, very, very clean response here by herO, very tempered, does not pull the boys. And here come the zealots. Yeah, SHIN forced to expand at the 3rd location. Forced to expand elsewhere. So here we're setting up. See someone asking for SOS versus Rainer. We're going to be covering herO versus SHIN as the next this current qualifying match, and after this we plan on covering Maru versus Zaun as the other qualifying match. So our goal here, for those that are curious, is to cover all the qualifying matches, as many as we can. We've casted 2 so far. We got 2 more ahead of us, and then, then we head into the lower bracket. We head into the lower bracket. Just so you know what our current schedule is when it comes to our matches. For now, again, the hatchery is being focused down. We do have our queen on the way back at home. Ling speed, pulling out of gas. SHIN is just droning. SHIN is just droning. Remember, there's not an all-in. The purpose of this proxy hatchery is not to all-in. The purpose is to delay. The expansion and to disrupt the build of herO. Now, once again, herO, he shuts us down. herO, he's got his 2 zealots and 2 adepts. He avoids this round with the broodlings, and now he can move out. Now, he can move out across the map. We have 6 lings on the way, and he will force to keep these adepts back at home. Forcing adepts to stay. Zealots are still moving out. Adepts will eventually get across the map, but for now they're stuck at home due to these links. There we go, there's a cancellation. Here comes herO. Yeah, herO's moving out. Back at home, what do we have to defend? We have 6 lings in production. We have 2 queens on the way as well. SHIN, he's forced to make lings instead of droning. And here he comes. Yeah, here comes herO. Got 4 adepts and 2 zealots. This early on, this amount of army can actually get out of hand. He can get out of hand here. herO's moving forward. Ling's ready for this round. Oh! They attempt this around. Getting some of the queens. Second queen has arrived. A nice defense here by SHIN, and he holds. Yeah, SHIN, he gets this around here. He gets 1, he gets both zealots. But upside SHIN to the main. How many drone kills? How many drones will go down so far? 1 drone. Trades against Zerglings and minimal losses. Yeah, minimal economic damage. We'll take down every single Zergling though. Oh my god. Jesus. Takes down all the lings. Oracle's on the way. Queens are distracted. Adepts say shade in towards a natural, and there's only 1 queen. Only 1 queen in position. Drones are going down, getting 1, getting 2, getting up to 3. Oh, 3 drones, 4, 5. Oh, greedy. Yeah, a little bit greedy there. 5 drone kills, but the Oracle will get away. Massive damage here with the Oracle. And remember, here he still has the adepts. Like, they're still active. They're still a nuisance. They're still trading. He goes back in. No. Gets 1. Gets 2 more drones. Jesus. Oh my god. With that, 8 drone kills across the map. 19 Zerglings. And of course, kill the hatchery, the proxy hatchery. With that, herO takes the lead. herO, he's up in workers, up in economies, on 2 bases. Remember, SHIN doesn't even have a 3rd. No 3rd expansion. So herO's looking very comfortable. He's secure back at home. Throwing down the Twilight Council before the third expansion. Are we going to Glaives? I'm leaning towards Glaive Adepts here. Otherwise, we could go into Blink, but Glaives would just excel. Oof. There's that third. Shows the upgrade. Yep, Glaives. Glaives are on the way. SHIN, he's already crippled, right? He's already crippled, and the likelihood of SHIN building up into Roaches or Banelings anytime soon is very low. So while SHIN is down, herO's getting ready to just finish him off. To finish him off. To kill him while he's down. As Adepts are moving in. We have our 5 Adepts. Catching up the tumors. Before bringing more Adepts. And defensively here, we're going to have a massive amount of Lings. The Overlord does confirm the early Twilight Council. Baneliness gets run down, but the question becomes, are these Banelings going to be ready in time? It's a very late response. Late response, late reaction. It's going to be close. We need these Banelings to defend, to morph in time. We need them to connect. Because here comes herO. He has 13 Adepts. Baneliness is still not done. Here's moving in. We need that Bailey nest. Oh no. As I mentioned before, it's a late tech. Adepts are shading in. We do have a massive amount of Lings. And we do surround. Yeah, we attempt to surround here. 3 Adepts do get surrounded. The others, though, they hold their own. Stasis goes off. Lings getting caught. And we get behind the middle line. Yeah, Adepts get behind the middle line. They're shading into the main base. They commit to the shade. Baneliness is done, but 0 Banelings. 0 Banelings is getting in hand. GG gets called, crippling damage, and herO will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Winding it back, herO, he was already able to get game, well, I say game innings. He was able to get crippling damage early on with the initial Adept and Oracle harass. That's why he went into 2 base Glaive Adepts to finish him off, right? SHIN, he was already down. He was already down on the ground. He was already crippled, and herO was able to just end it from there to go for the kill shot, the kill move with the Glaive Adepts. GG. GG, well played. Unfortunately, SHIN's scouting and SHIN's realization was too late. We saw that he tried to get ready with the Bailey nest, but it never came into play. It never came into play. It was just too little too late. Adepts say snowball out of control. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're loading into game number 2. Going to be loading into Tourmaline. Let's go. Número dos, papi. Número dos. And spawning in the top right-hand corner. Top right-hand corner here of Tourmaline, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Zerg player, the South Korean Zerg. It is SHIN. Oh. Let's go. Let us go. As it is going to be pool first. Hello. That is a 14 pool. Okay, so 14 pool out of SHIN. No drone across the map, and we are faking an expansion here as herO does go in towards the main. herO does dip in. Can he scout? Oh no! Here he barely gets off a creep. He tries to go, oh god, tries to juke, tries to jive, and he will. Wow, he will scout the early pool timing. herO, he sees everything. Este herO. Calm down, papi, calm down. herO goes in, he confirms the early pool. He of course is fully aware that there is no expansion. The pylon even finishes, and back at home, herO, he most likely will go early Zealot. Typically you skip the Zealots, but this early on against an early pool timing, advised to at least make 1 Zealot defensively just to be safe. There's that Cybercore. Gateway is done. A Ling production has begun, but only 2 Lings. Okay, herO's calling his bluff, and it's working. We're not making any more Lings. It was an early pool time, we had only 2 Zerglings on the way. This is where mind games come into play. So, okay, a couple of things here. herO scouted, and SHIN knows that herO scouted, so SHIN forgoes Ling production because he assumes that hero is going to be ready, and hero skips the Zealot, assuming that SHIN is going to skip Link production. So the mind games, sorry, the mind games. Here he scouted the early pool. He chooses not to respond because he believes that SHIN thinks that he'll respond. And as a result, only 2 Links. Only 2 Links instead of 6 or 8. Here is fine. Going for the Adept. And SHIN, he's going to be in a really awkward position. Force expand at the unnatural location. SHIN is making extra Lings. Bear that in mind. Is making extra Lings. He does not prioritize gas mining or gas income. Yeah, he pulls out. Okay, gets 100 gas, he pulls out. Working towards Ling speed. Hero getting to his own Stargate. Oh, Jesus. Forcing a gas geyser. Nice damage by hero. Okay, spinning a shade. Hero, he wants that drone. He wants him. Oh, forcing the gas once again, forcing the spore. Oh, still gets a drone. Yeah, worker goes down, and hero, ideally, he wants to force these buildings to finish. And you can see how just the long road here, long routes towards the low ground for the queens. There are the cancellations. Hero goes back in. We can. No, there's nothing to defend. There's nothing. No, it doesn't. Okay, cancels. Okay, he could have committed, to be honest. He could have committed. He could have killed more drones. Moving out with more adepts. The oracle's on the way. So far, it's just a very shaky early game here for SHIN. Very shaky. But Link speed is almost done. And with Link speed, here SHIN should be fine. He should be okay. He should be able to keep up with the shades and keep up with the adepts. Link speed is now done. It's scouted by the shade. Hero goes in. Catching out a tumor. Pulls back. Ephemeria does pull back. Lings a Duke, try to collapse in. Oracle does ignore this, goes straight for the mineral line. He goes in. Yeah, he does shade in. Going for the stasis. Stasis trap going to be focused down. It will not finish. Whew, thank God. Could have been so much worse. Yeah, cheeky moves that by hero, but alas, SHIN holds. Shit, he's holding on. I say that 2 adepts, they shade into the main base. They 2-shot drones. Gonna be cleaned up. So far, 3 drone kills is acceptable. Like, this could have been so much worse. It's been a very messy defense so far, but this very easily could have been so much worse. Back at home, adepts are in position. Lings they threaten a dive. They threaten. As Lings are forced back. Behind this, we have our standard follow-up here. Forge, Twilight Council, +1 and Blink. Extra gateways on the way. Here is building up to a standard game. It's building up so far. 6 drone kills. Going for 1 more stasis. This time it will finish. Catching out 1 drone. Once again, nothing major. And the game is slowing down. The game is slowing down. As I mentioned before, standard follow-up here, +1 and Blink. When it comes to SHIN, that's what I'm most curious about. SHIN, he's droning. He doesn't go Evo Chamber first. He doesn't go Lair first. He's going Roach Warren first. Roach Warren first is typically a very safe maneuver. It's very, very safe. It means that if hero were to go into Glaives again, then SHIN would be ready for it. SHIN this time doesn't scout. So lack of scouting forces SHIN to be safer than usual, into a safer build, and into a later lair. So far, I'm liking hero's position that much more. It's a good position. Going for another stasis. But it's going to finish. No! Oh my God, no! It catches out almost the entire mineral line. Yeah, it does finish up. Again, just late response there by SHIN. No Lings either. Oof. Brutal connection. Now with that here, he pulls away. Behind this, 2 more gateways. I believe that's 6. Yes. So 6 gates set up here for hero. Into tech. Gases. Yeah, he's taking his gases. He's taking his gases. This means the hero is not going for a 3-base all in, taking his gases, taking up into storm. So Storm is on the horizon into a 4th expansion. It's just very standard play by herO. Like, this is as standard as standard gets when it comes to herO's build itself, when it comes to his trajectory, I should say. Obviously, the early game aggression was more unorthodox and was more chaotic. But the progression here is kind of as we expect for herO. Stasis Trap's going to be finishing. Oh, we try to bait him out. He baits 2. Very nice. Yeah, baits out 2. There's 1 left. Ooh, once again gets baited out by 1 Zergling. Nice control by SHIN. Minimal units called out. Roach production has begun. SHIN is getting another expansion, getting a 4th and a 5th. But do you notice something? No drones. Yeah, no drones, no saturation, not yet. Roaches are amassing. Baneliness gets thrown down. I'm curious to see if SHIN ever drones up. Oh, as that 4th base takes a lot of hits. Oh no! Yeah, 2 more volleys. 1 more. He gets it. 4th base goes down. Massive stasis traps. Oh my god. herO, he can just keep pushing. Yeah, he can just keep pushing. For now, he's going to rotate it. That's shade into the mineral line. SHIN's being torn apart. Losing 3, 4 drone kills. Ay, ay, ay. Army still caught. And herO, he can take advantage of that. He wants the queens. He wants them. Doesn't quite get them. Yeah, catching out tumors. herO playing very carefully here, playing very safe. Very safe play. I feel like we could have seen more damage there, and we're just taking up. We mentioned earlier that so far the trajectory has been very standard. I will say this 4th is late. It's a late 4th expansion for herO, late 4th base, but now he's working towards a fleet beacon, into Mothership, into Skytoss. It's taking up. I will say that because of the late expansion for herO, like, he's not as ahead as he should be. He is ahead, don't get me wrong. He's ahead. The soup is lying to you. The soup is lying to you. What do we say all the time? Well, the main army for SHIN is roach-based, and roaches are very supply inefficient. So to look at the armies and to look at the supply here and to see herO and SHIN as close to supply as they are is actually worse for the Zerg. SHIN should be up like 20, 30 army supply, and he's not. So SHIN, he's in a brutal position. 5th base is denied. SHIN is building a middling main road Ravager. Hive Tech is on the way. Curious as to the purpose of the Hive Tech, whether we plan on going into Ultras. Yeah, +2 on the way, +1 Carapace, +2 melee. Ultra Tech is seen in ZVP and has potential, of course. Otherwise, we could just go for Spellcasters. Into Viper Tech. Now hero's rotating over. Here he wants that 4th. He's coming with the storms. He wants a mineral line. He wants it. Oh my god. So far, trying to zone away the main army. There we go. Storm into the mineral line as well. We're holding on to 2 more storms. And there's the final storm. There's 1 more. Yeah, 1 more storm available. And so for the storms, they do connect. Ravages are going down, and hero's overwhelming. Yeah, he's overwhelming the army. Oh my god, another storm with the drones. Another storm in the mineral line. We're down a handful of roaches. GG gets called. herO overwhelms, and herO, he will claim the series 2-0. herO qualifies for GSL. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, herO. He will claim the series. He will qualify for GSL. Again, I would say very comfortable games. Very comfortable games here for herO with the 2-0 over SHIN. Basically, the games were decided in the early game. SHIN was taking a lot of damage in both Game 1 and Game 2 in the early game to the early game Adepts, to the early game Oracles, and that set up herO for success in the mid game. That's why the mid game was so strong, because of the early game damage. And SHIN, he was just taking too many losses. Too many losses here to his drones, to his workers, to his mineral patches. Just really shaky early game there by SHIN. And at this level of play, you can't afford that. You can't afford to take those early losses and take that early damage. It's one of those things which is unacceptable here against players like herO, Classic, Max, the top Protosses in the world. Can't afford. You can't take those losses. GG. GG, well played. With that, herO makes it through, and now we have our 3rd player qualifying for GSL up next. And if you're a fan of SHIN, don't worry, he gets knocked down to the lower bracket. He's knocked down to the lower brackets, where he will have another chance at redemption. For now, though, we have our next series. Up next is going to be a TVP, another qualifying match here. It's going to be Maru versus Zan. Let's go.